You attract broken, cheap men only because of these two reasons, girls. First reason, you have cheap mindset yourself. You're saving on yourself. You don't invest in your appearance, in your self-development, in your education.
Yeah, we both stopped that one at the same time, didn't we? I'm assuming we both have the same thing to say.
I was going to say.
You go first.
I was going to say she obviously invests in her appearance.
Oh.
That's what I was going to say. Looking at the lips and all. But anyhow, go ahead.
Yeah. Men don't care about you investing in your appearance as much as you think they do. They care about how real your appearance is.
So
can you not show up as a butterface, as they may term it? Can you love yourself? Can you be present even without makeup, even without spending 90% of your money on Botox treatments?
So I'm a man. Okay, let me give you a perspective, from the masculine perspective on this. Okay, as a man, you don't have a womb, you can't make kids, you'll never have your own kid unless it's through the vehicle of a outside womb. So what you're looking for is basically a healthy womb, right? So you're looking for women, and that's why men look for beautiful women, because that is a expression of healthy genes, healthy constitution, etc. So when women start to use makeup or surgery to disguise and cover up things, do you think men are going to like that or dislike that? Especially the smart men who are actually looking for healthy wombs.
Okay, so here's my follow-up question to that. You as a woman, do you like it if a man has calf implants? Let's say he's gone to the gym for years, he's got really great shoulders, really great biceps, amazing
ab
back,
implants.
great abs. Yeah.
Ab implants.
No, not great abs. Yeah, so let's just say he went to get ab implants and calf implants.
The ones that stick out, like not like real looking abs, but
I've never heard it. I didn't know it was a thing.
It's a thing.
Oh.
And they look really fake, but they like stick out. You can get pec implants, you can get all sorts of implants. But the point is that they look fake, and they obviously are fake. And I mean, is that...
What does it tell you about that man? Here's what it tells me. It tells me that he's lacking. It tells me he's lacking. Something is lacking there, and he's trying to make up for it. And usually what that means is, what he's lacking is self-esteem.
So for men, they don't need to see all this, all these disguises, I guess. They want to see the real you. And it's much better to see you, because then they feel like they're not getting fooled by their eyes.
Hang on. Okay, so let's divide men up right now, because we all know that there's another camp of men who love to be fooled, and they love to show up at parties with those women.
Correct. Those men are doing it for their own status.
Correct.
That is it. Not for the woman, not to be pair bonded to the woman, not to have a great relationship with the woman. They are there for their own status. They go, wow. Look, you know, they want their mate Ginny and Bob in the accounting department to go, wow, how did he get a woman with such big boobs?
It's not even that though necessarily, is it? It's the fact that he's got a woman at all on his arm, or several women, right?
It could, yeah. It's a status play.
Because
That's
why
all it
does
is.
Botox equal to real beauty? Like,
Or it doesn't.
but the fact that she's a woman on his arm means she's willing somewhat, therefore it's envy-inducing for other men, for the right type of other men, right?
not the smartest types of men.
No.
Anytime I see a man, it doesn't matter his status, it doesn't matter what he's done, achieved, etc. in his own field of work.
Yeah.
If he has a woman who's really fake, etc., that tells me a lot about, first of all, how he chooses women.
Yeah.
And maybe he's not so smart in other areas of his life.
Yeah. Any man that I could see as husband material hates the fake look.
Yeah, you don't want to be fooled.
Yeah, that's right.
Who wants fake?
That's right.
We want real value for
That's
ourselves.
right.
And of course, you know, if I had an empty bank account but I had 10 credit cards in my wallet, is that true wealth? No, it's not.
No.
Exactly. So we don't want fake, we want real.
Yeah.
You just stay there like a Cinderella and wait the right knight to save you.
Sorry, I can't get over her lips.
Oh.
That's some lips right there.
I'm so used to it, I don't even notice it anymore. I mean,
Like, why?
why?
Yeah.
Because everyone's doing it. Like,
Doesn't mean you should.
I'm speaking for her, not for myself. I don't know. And I have the thinnest lips known to God. But I mean, everyone's doing it, right? So women go with their BFFs to get it done.
They do. And it's not, I mean, just because your friends do it doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
And second type is high-earning women who is too much in their masculine energy. You don't have a cheap mindset, but you get used to act like a man, solve problems, save this man, fix his situation, find him job, help him, etc. And this is not helping you to date a high-quality, wealthy man. Let's figure out what to do in both of these situations. By the way, my name is Paulina, dating coach. If you want to see more videos like this, please give me a follow. And let's figure out the first type. If you understand that you're in your cheap mindset, you're gonna work on it, girls. If you're not ready to invest at least a little bit into yourself, you will never attract rich men, because these men, they need expensive women. And
I love that concept. Like I've seen a few of these leveling up, finding rich men advisors talk about, you've got to be wearing designer clothing and very well put together to attract that type of man. Is that not just projection?
Absolutely.
Hang on, maybe there are some high status men out there who really want their woman to be carrying a Chanel bag and wearing Jimmy Choos.
Okay, men don't really care about the name brand. Doesn't matter. Okay, men want two things. And they're usually different men. Men want status for himself. So he wants women who will raise his own status amongst his male friends. And on a very different side, men want women who have value to be pair bonded with. A woman who he wants to invest in. And they're usually two separate paths. Okay, so what these women are talking about, they're appealing to the men who have wealth, and they don't necessarily care about being the one and only basket. They just want to have a piece of that wealth in whatever shape, way possible. Now, here's the problem. Smart men will do whatever it takes to protect their wealth. Smart men know that wealth, it doesn't just grow on trees. You have to work for it. And they know the value of wealth. They're not just going to squander it on a woman with that kind of appearance. Whereas dumb men who never had to make their own wealth, men who've inherited wealth, men who have stumbled across wealth, will lose that wealth very quickly in this world, in this day and age, very quickly. So maybe, as a woman, you want to find some of those dumb men to try and partake in some of that wealth distribution.
That reduces the pool of men greatly, though, doesn't it? Like, for example, you're looking for a rich man now with money, or a man with money, and you're looking for a man with money who's dumb as well. So that really reduces the pool, and
it does.
There'll be a lot of competition for those
It does.
men.
And here's the thing. Even if you succeed and you get some of that wealth, a lot of that disappears because you didn't earn that wealth. You don't know how to keep that wealth. And, you got to
You're not emotionally associated.
Yeah, you got to maintain your appearance. So very often, these women end up basically just as poor as they were before meeting these men. And these relationships never last because the men never intended for it to last. They were just there for a short time, a good time, and they got their status. Now it's time to leave. So you got to see the long game for what it is. You got to see that, okay, if you want to appeal to the wealthy men who are smart, they want to invest in a real woman. They want to invest long term in a woman who has value in return. And having massive lips or fake boobs or all these things, they do not add to your value in that sense.
No, but they will appeal to a certain type of man, like to the type of man who wants a certain woman on his arm.
That's
like
the
the
status.
one we were saying.
Yeah, exactly. That's the status. So if you want to play that game, that's your choice. That's it's all good with me. But understand the game to begin with.
Yeah, don't expect anything different. Just go in prepared with the right mindset. Don't think that you're going to get anything more than just a transaction.
Exactly. It is a transaction.
even if you don't have a lot of money, you're gonna look expensive, you're gonna think expensive, and you're gonna like nice things and live nice lifestyle. That's essential. It's only in movies like 50 Shades of Grey, the millionaire fell in love with some regular girl. It's not happening in real life.
Who's Pierce Brosnan? Do you know? And do you know who his wife is?
Clearly someone.
Clearly someone, right? Let's think of a few other examples.
Oh, there's plenty of examples. The point here is, okay, this billionaire, by the way, there are lots of examples of women who've gone down that path. I told you a story the other day. This woman, she was from Australia. She was working on yachts from a young age, like 18, 19, and she started dating a billionaire from Saudi Arabia, who was one of the, I think maybe the richest person at the time in the 90s. And so she was one of his collection of women. Yeah, one of many. And she had a great time. She had a lot of luxuries at the time. And fast forward 5 years, or 5 or 10 years, she was a single mother in Adelaide. She didn't keep any of that wealth. She's not any richer, and it comes and goes.
Yeah, so from a woman's perspective, you have to choose, and you may be 30 plus and this may not apply as much to you, but as a woman, we need to be very mindful of how we choose to use our youth. So this story that David just told is about a woman who chose to use her youth to gain access to a wonderful lifestyle where she probably felt free, she could have anything she wanted for a little while, and then later on the price she pays for the rest of her life. How old was she when he let her go?
Maybe 24, 25. I don't
God, that's
know.
so young,
I
right?
don't know.
So she comes out of a single mother with this guy, or
No, it wouldn't be with this guy.
Okay,
No,
but
rich men wouldn't just do that. They know it
that's
comes
right,
with legal
right? Yeah.
consequences.
So why did I even ask that question? That's right. How silly of me. Anyway, yeah.
She went for a ride, and the time's up. Because you were one of many, and in that role, the time is always going to be up at some point.
Yeah.
So you had your time, and that time has ended.
And where that woman can go from here as a 24, 25-year-old is very different to where she could go when she was 16, 17, 18. Men see you differently.
Yeah.
You may feel like 25 is young, and I guess from a perspective of, people living 100 years, yes, it's young. But from the perspective of any man, 25 is very different to 16 or 20 even. Like, there's a big difference in...
A different stage.
Different stage.
Yeah. And this lady I was talking about in my story, she was definitely not high maintenance in that way. She didn't have any name brand handbags or anything. She was just working on his yacht. And that's how she got connected to him. And, it's not about having this expensive lifestyle at all.
Yeah, I know. It's so strange. I feel like she's projecting, and a lot of these women just do. They think that a lot of women think that just because we like men to be decently dressed, decent shoes, we like him to care about how he comes across when he's speaking, how he walks, how he dresses, that men care a lot about it too.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
Unless it's for the status, otherwise no.
Yeah.
No. In fact, there's an appeal to a woman who can really dress down. A very strong appeal, I'd say.
Yeah. What's dressing down?
I think just don't worry about what you're dressed in.
Okay.
Because your value is not in what you're wearing. Your value is in you.
Yeah.
So...
That's right. I say the same thing in my article on the feminine woman about can a broke and jobless man still be high value?
Yeah.
I think I'm saying, the value is contained within the man.
That's right.
Not in his...
Not in the outfit.
Yeah.
5. The second type of women is kind of right opposite. You don't have a cheap mindset. You invest in yourself a lot. You're completing online courses. You go into my coaching, for example. You do things, but you're in your masculine energy. You're chasing men. You try to fix his life. You try to save him. You try to help him. And in your case, all you gotta do is to work on your feminine energy. How easy is that, girls? Because rich men, wealthy men, they need feminine women around them. Even if you're high earning woman, it's no worry. You just gotta be more feminine. You're gonna let him to lead. And I teach you how to do this on my private coaching. If you wanna get details, text me on Instagram or DM me here on TikTok and we will schedule a call with you. I'll explain you what is my coaching and how can it help you, because I have tons of clients.
Do we even need to respond to this?
No, that's all good. Yeah, I think we've said enough.
Yeah.
So, I will say that feminine energy is not the holy grail. I've been helping women access their feminine energy since 2009. My blog is very literally called The Feminine Woman. And I've learned over the years that a lot of people have run with the idea of feminine energy as if it was the solution, the holy grail of succeeding and finding everything you ever wanted, whether it be money or even like falling in love with a great man or having a great man fall in love with you. It's not the solution for everything.
No.
It's
definitely not.
Yeah, so don't misappropriate this framework to the wrong context.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure, there is some value to the framework if and only if you've masculinized yourself over years and years of maybe a corporate job or some kind of work that has a lot of stress involved. Yeah. That is a real thing that you go, okay, maybe you want to tap into your innate feminine side. That is true. There's some value there.
Yeah.
You don't have. There's nothing you have to do. You just have to let go of the masculine and consciously let go.
Yeah.
And be appreciative of what the masculine has given you in terms of resources and getting things done, solving problems. by letting that go, you naturally fall back into your feminine because you're a feminine being.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this in order to be feminine. You're already feminine. So it's not. It's I think a very wrongly used framework. This masculine feminine,
it is.
because ultimately, you are already in your. You don't like. Just because you go out and do your nails and get your lips done and do some Botox doesn't make you any more feminine. Just because you say things in a certain way doesn't make you any more feminine at all.
Trying to hyper-feminize yourself and your appearance is not the answer to becoming more feminine. Becoming more feminine could simply be just, for some women, it could be spending a lot more time in nature. Just being in nature and feeling connected, getting back to yourself. It doesn't have to be getting your nails done. That's fun. That's great for you, like to get your nails done if you love it. But it's not the answer to becoming more feminine.
No. If anything,
That's the inside out thing.
Yeah, if anything, learn to focus on value. Bring value to men. Figure out how to do that. And the more you learn about doing that, the more you go, okay, it's not really that I need to be feminine. I just need to, create rapport with men.
Yeah.
Just connect with them.
Actually care about something beyond myself.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The more you care about yourself, and how are men supposed to deeply connect with you if you're only focused on yourself? You can't.
Yeah.
So the art of really deeply connecting with someone on an emotional level and cultivating emotional attraction, that's where it's at. That's the real value in a relationship. And that goes beyond transactions, beyond the, okay, hopefully I get the longer end of the stick kind of relationship, that power struggle. So that's where real value lies. And if you focus your time and energy working on that, you're going to end up in a totally different destination to if you just focus on advice like this.
Yeah, I've had women come to us and just say like, oh, this idea of focusing on value and offering value has completely changed my dating life, changed my love life. And like they naturally feel abundant when it comes to men and dating.
Yeah, and the biggest piece of value that you can take away from here is when you interact with men, lead with playfulness. Playfulness is the prerequisite for cultivating emotional attraction. So the more playful you get, and in fact, I would say, of all the women that I've ever met, the playful ones are the ones that you remember, not the most beautiful ones. The playful ones, because they make a bigger impact.
So beauty's not as fascinating and mesmerizing as playfulness.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. Because what playful does is it starts off this journey of emotional connection, emotional attraction. Whereas beauty, you can see beauty on the screen. We're so inundated with beautiful pictures, beautiful things, and now with AI, with the press of a button, you can have a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
It means nothing.
Yeah.
We're oversaturated with beauty and undersaturated with actual value, which is playfulness.
Yeah. It's kind of like how, we have more ways to connect than ever, but we're lonelier than ever.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So what's real is that emotional attraction, emotional connection. The relationships that are built upon those two elements are infinitely different and stronger and better and just way more filled with resources than the relationships built upon power struggles, upon these
extracting value.
Yeah, these transactional relationships.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going out into the world trying to take value, and so you aim your target at rich men, and you're trying to extract as much resources as you can from them. And even if you succeed, what are you left with? It reminds me of the people who win lotteries, and as everyone may have heard, 5 years later they've done studies on this. Most lottery winners are not only as poor as they were before they won the lottery, but they were poorer 5 years down the track.
Yeah.
I mean, how is that possible? You're talking about people who've won hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And that's hundreds of millions back in the 90s and 80s, not today's millions of dollars.
Yeah, so it's like the amount of money, like having more money doesn't mean you actually end up richer.
No.
Like a lot of people think
You end up poorer.
Yeah.
Because you don't have, you've gone into it for the wrong reasons. You don't have the foundational understanding skills and awareness to actually keep any of it. So the next best thing is let's try and win the lottery again.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
And that's what these women are doing. They're hoping that they'll meet rich men. They're hoping that they'll extract some resources. That's the only thing they can hope for. Whereas, if you're more resourceful, you go, okay, well, yeah, that's fine. There's value in money, but it's not that much. I mean, there's so much more value in actually cultivating emotional attraction, emotional connection, and actually having an intimate relationship rather than just the transactional relationship.
That's real power.
Obviously, your choice, which road you take,
Yeah.
but those two roads will take you down very different destinations.
Yeah, that's right.